Hey guys, do you have a leaky faucet? Today we're going to show you how to replace the cartridges in a double-handled Delta faucet. So come along with us and let's get this job going. After noticing the drippy faucet, I went and got my paperwork out that I saved because it has a lifetime warranty and it also has a 1-800 number on it. So I contacted Delta and gave them my model number, and they sent me these replacement cartridges right here that we're going to replace today. Okay, so there's a number on the back of the faucet back here that Delta also wanted so that they could send me the right parts. So kind of had to use a mirror to read that number, and I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not. It's a little bit tricky.
Okay. All right, and then we got the parts. Came in these original Delta packages. The exact parts we need for this faucet.
So if you want to just check which faucet side is dripping, the cold or the hot, we're going to go underneath and turn the water off to each side one at a time to see which cartridge might be leaking. So we're going to turn off the cold valve first and see if that stops the drip. And it looks like it's continuing the drip, so we're going to try the hot side and see if that stops the drip. And we're going to turn off the hot side, and it appears that it's stopping. So we've determined which side we need to replace the cartridge on. So we could just replace the hot cartridge and solve our problem, but in our case, since Delta sent us both cartridges, we're going to replace both cartridges today. All right, we're ready to start our job. We got our replacement cartridges. We have a rag, an adjustable wrench, some pliers, needle nose, and the Allen wrench to remove the handles. So we're going to reach in here and we're going to turn off the water. And you turn these clockwise, turn these off. And if you just have a quarter turn valve, you just turn them a quarter of a turn. Okay, now that we have the water turned off, all right, let's get started. So first thing we're going to do is pull the drain thing here so we don't lose any parts down the drain. And then we're going to lay our rag in the sink to protect our sink in case we drop something. And then we're going to get our Allen wrench and loosen these up. A couple of turns. Get these off. And now we have our cartridge nuts here that we need to loosen up to get the cartridges out. I'm going to use our adjustable wrench for that. And they're not very tight. Take that off. This is in pretty decent shape. Okay, so now we're going to remove our cartridges. All right, so now we're going to pull these cartridges out. Just grab the stem and pull up on them. They're not too hard. And
the water comes out a little bit, huh?
Yeah, a little bit of water in there. And I noticed on these Delta cartridges, when we pull them out, the inside pieces are staying inside. So we need to take some needle nose pliers and dig some of these little pieces out inside. There's a little blue washer that's got to come out. And if you look on the new ones, well, we'll show you later. Take these little pieces out. These pieces are supposed to be up inside of the cartridge, but when we pulled it out, they kind of came apart. So I'll show you on the new one. On the new cartridge, you can see that all these little parts are up inside with this washer right here.
Yeah, let me see.
So
let me see the end of it you're talking about.
This end here. So if you notice when we pulled it out, all those parts pulled out. Okay. So it's not a problem. You just got to make sure you get them out. Make sure that this is all clean inside.
Okay.
So now when we install the new one, we need to make sure that this is to the right. There's little notches on both sides that fit into these grooves. So you want to make sure that this is to the right when we slide it down inside. It lines up and pushes in. And with the other one.
Like at a 3 o'clock position, sort of.
Yes, 3 o'clock. And the same on this side. Goes at the 3 o'clock position. And those little grooves and slots line up together and it pushes down into there. So when we installed these, the stem right here, you can turn this stem wherever. You want this flat spots to be outside on both at the 3 o'clock position because there's a flat spot inside the handle. So when this handle slides on it, you want it to be straight out like that. And the handle has a built-in stopper right here that hits the back of the stop over here from going too far back. And then we're going to add this little piece that they give you with the cartridge right back here, and then that will stop our faucet from turning more than 90 degrees this way. So we slip the handle on, and it stops this way and stops this way. All right, now that we have the cartridges back in, we got to make sure that the flat spot's out. We added our stopper there. We're going to put our cartridge nut back on, hand tighten it as tight as we can get it. And then on this side, the stopper is going to go on the front. So this side, the stopper goes in the back. On this side, it goes in the front. And then we're going to add our cartridge nut to this side. Hand tighten it down. And then we're going to get our adjustable wrench and snug it down. You don't want it too tight, but it needs to be somewhat secure. But when you're tightening it, you'll kind of feel when it gets a little bit tight when the stop. So we got those tightened down and we got the flat spots out. The handle should slide right back on. We'll slide this handle back on. And now tighten our Allen wrench, our Allen screws back up. Just a couple of turns so that way it's not loose.
And that's the same kind of thing you would do even if your handles happen to be loose on your faucet too, right?
Right, yeah, there's a little screw in there, and if they're loose and wobbly, you can, so now let's see, nice, turns very nice and smooth. Okay, so we got it all back together. Everything seems to be working up here. We're going to turn the water back on, and we're going to see how this goes. All right. All right, no more drip.